Let me ask you something unusual. Do you really control your own mind? Most people will quickly say, "Of course I do. My thoughts are mine. My mind is mine." But here's the shocking truth. 90% of people never truly control their mind. Their thoughts are not chosen. Their emotions are not directed. Their fears are not understood. And the scariest part? They don't even realize it. So stay with me till the end, because once you hear this truth, you'll never see your mind the same way again. Ask yourself right now, are you really the master of your mind, or just a prisoner inside it?
The illusion of control. Most people confuse small choices with real control. Choosing what to eat, what to wear, what to say. That's not mind control. That's daily routine. Real control is the ability to choose your thoughts, to stop them when you want peace, to direct them when you need focus, to rise above them when they drag you into fear. But here's the uncomfortable reality. Most people don't choose their thoughts. Their thoughts choose them. You wake up, and your mind is already busy worrying. You face a decision, and your brain explodes with endless what-ifs. That's not control. That's slavery. How many times has your mind dragged you into overthinking, even when you begged it to stop? That's the proof. You're not in control. The enemy you can't see. Carl Jung, the great psychologist, once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." The reason 90% of people never control their mind is because they're fighting an enemy they cannot even see. That enemy is the unconscious. It's like an invisible river beneath your thoughts. It carries your hidden fears, your childhood wounds, your unspoken desires. You think you're making a free choice, but in reality, it's your unconscious pulling the strings. That's why people repeat the same mistakes again and again. They're not cursed. They're controlled by the part of their mind they've never faced. So I'll ask you this. When you make decisions, is it really you choosing, or your hidden fears choosing for you? The overthinking trap. One of the clearest signs you don't control your mind is overthinking. Think about it. You want to make a simple choice, but your mind locks you in endless loops. What if this happens? What if that goes wrong? What if I fail? Science reveals that 85% of the things we worry about never happen. And yet, the brain burns energy, releases stress hormones, and makes us suffer for problems that don't even exist. That isn't control. That's chaos. The prison of the mind. Most people don't realize it, but they live inside a prison built from their own thoughts. Walls made of past regrets, bars made of future fears, chains made of endless comparisons. And slowly, thought after thought, fear after fear, the prison grows stronger. The worst part? The prisoner holds the key, but refuses to use it. Are you holding that key right now, but still sitting in the cage? Jung's shadow. Carl Jung had a name for the hidden part of the mind that controls us the most. He called it the shadow. The shadow is everything we deny in ourselves. The anger we pretend we don't have, the desires we suppress, the fears we refuse to admit. And here's the paradox. The more you deny your shadow, the more it controls you. You think you're running from it, but in truth, you're running inside it.
So maybe the real reason 90% of people never control their mind is because they're too afraid to face their shadow. The archetype drama. Inside your mind, ancient characters are waiting to take control. Jung called them archetypes. The hero, the victim, the enemy, the judge. When you don't control your mind, these characters decide the story. You walk into a room and your brain casts you as the victim. You face a challenge and instantly it becomes an unbeatable enemy. Without realizing it, you live in a script you didn't even write. Control means this: becoming the author of your own story, instead of a puppet trapped inside it. Why 90% fail? So let's make it simple. Why do 90% of people fail to control their mind? Because they believe every thought their brain tells them. Because they're addicted to distraction, phones, social media, endless noise. Because silence terrifies them and reflection scares them. So instead of facing their mind, they run. And in running, they surrender control. The path to control. But if 90% fail, how can you become the 10%? Here are 4 powerful steps. Awareness. Catch the thought. Ask, is this real or just fear? Shadow work. Write down the thoughts you're most afraid of. Face them instead of hiding them. Presence. The mind lives in past and future. Peace only lives in the present. So breathe. Notice this very moment. Step back into reality. Curiosity instead of fear. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? Remember, control isn't killing your thoughts. It's guiding them. It's learning to ride the wild horse instead of being dragged by it. So, let me ask you again. Do you control your mind? Or does your mind control you? The truth is harsh. If you never face your unconscious, if you never meet your shadow, if you never break the chains of overthinking, then your thoughts will own you. But here's the hope. The moment you question a thought, you weaken it. The moment you face your fear, it loses power. The moment you step into presence, you take back the keys to your mind. Carl Jung believed the mind isn't just darkness. It is also creativity, wisdom, and light. So remember this: 90% may never control their mind, but you don't have to be one of them. Control your mind, or it will control you. And that is the real mystery of the mind.